The New South Wales Premier's Communications Director, the O'Farrell government's key spin doctor, has quit. His departure came just hours after giving evidence at an inquiry examining Sydney's Star City Casino. Today was day 2 of the public hearings into whether Peter Grimshaw used his political influence in the Premier's office to have casino manager Sid Vaikunta sacked. Mr Grimshaw has been accused of mounting a campaign against Star Casino, his former employer. Amy Bainbridge reports.
Peter Grimshaw began the day as the New South Wales Premier's Communications Director. By the afternoon, he was out of a job. His exit came amid more explosive claims on day 2 of the hearing into whether he used political influence to oust Sydney Star Casino manager Sid Vaikunta. Mr Grimshaw's girlfriend had brought a sexual harassment case against Mr Vaikunta. After giving evidence today, Mr Grimshaw tried to justify his actions.
I'll do anything for my partner. She's the most wonderful person in the world, and she's been through a lot, and I want to look after her wherever I can.
Mr Grimshaw was asked to explain why and how he'd helped his partner take on Star Casino and its American management in the sexual harassment case. His partner's identity is protected. The inquiry heard Peter Grimshaw, who had worked at Star for many years before joining Barry O'Farrell, had hatched a plan to pose as his girlfriend's estranged husband to put a complaint to the owners of the casino. But he told the hearing before the Independent Liquor and Gaming Authority the plan was never carried out.
It was your plan to impersonate
No.
her husband, wasn't it?
No, I agree that we discussed it, but we didn't proceed.
After a rigorous session inside the hearing, Peter Grimshaw was swamped by the media and asked if he still had a future working for the Premier.
Do you think you'll get your job back?
Oh, look, that's going to be a matter for the Premier to decide, and I'm certainly in his hands.
Just hours later, Premier Barry O'Farrell announced Mr Grimshaw, his long-term friend and confidant, had resigned.
Whilst I'm disappointed, I do appreciate that Mr Grimshaw has done the right thing.
The Premier of New South Wales lacks judgment, and his character has now been tarnished by the fact that instead of sacking Peter Grimshaw at the outset of this scandal, he stood beside him rather than sack him.
Mr O'Farrell has also dismissed claims from day 1 of the inquiry that he said he wanted to smash Star Casino.
I don't recall any conversation I had with Mr Grimshaw about those matters.
Did you collude with the Premier to smash the casino?
I think that's a sort of word that I would use when I'm being a bit flippant, but that's just not something which happened.
The hearing in Sydney could continue into next week. Amy Bainbridge, Late Night.